Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're new here, hello. My name is Ashley. I run things here at OCroGal. I am so excited to be filming this video. I'm like chomping at the bit. I am ready. I am pumped. I've been talking about this video in other videos because I'm just so excited. Today we're going to be talking all about every item that I had sell on The RealReal in September. This is the first time that I've ever filmed one of these videos, so just bear with me. I am more than open to constructive criticism if you want to leave some in the comments. I kind of have like an idea of how I want to film this. And I've watched other people's videos. I mean, it's not too complicated, but just, you know, give me some grace because I've never filmed one of these before. I sell on The RealReal, which is a reselling platform, if you will, similar to Poshmark or eBay, Mercari. It's kind of in that same vein, but it is a little different. They do take a heftier commission. They only accept certain brands that you send in, and you also don't do anything. You just send it in and they do everything else. They list it, they take measurements if need be, they take pictures, they ship it. You literally do nothing except sit and wait around until it sells. If you want a little bit more insight into why I sell on The RealReal and I don't sell on those other platforms, I will link, I think it was in my first thrift haul video where I talked like all about it. I will link that up in the cards. I don't want to spend too much time on that in this video because it's going to be long as it is. So a couple little disclaimers before we jump in. I'm not going to be saying how much I spent on each item. As I've said in my haul videos, my cost of goods is always between $5 and $7 unless otherwise mentioned. I do sometimes pay up for things if I think that I'm gonna get a bigger payout, or I've been going to the bins a lot lately where things are like $2, $3, a lot less. So I will note that kind of as we're going through things, but if you don't hear me say how much I spent on something, it was between $5 and $7. I'm also consigning with The RealReal, but then consigning for someone else. It just kismet worked out like this. I had an old boss contact me and she had tons of luxury goods, tons of luxury items that she was looking to get rid of, and she asked if I wanted to send them in for her, like on her behalf, but like under my account essentially, so that she didn't have to deal with it anymore. She could get them out of her house, and then I would essentially get credit for those items, because on The RealReal, the more you sell, the more chance you have to earn like a higher commission. So that was extremely kind of her. But what I'm going to be doing is, as we're going through what sold, I will be telling you if it was one of her items. This month, there weren't that many. There were like 3 or 4 things, but I know next month's what sold, like what sold in October. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a lot of her stuff. So I will let you be aware of that. And anything that was hers that sold, I get a 15% cut. Lastly, if you're thinking, okay, Ashley, like you're doing a what sold September and it's going up on October 18th. I had to double check the date. And it's going up on October 18th, like, well, what has taken you so long? The reason for that is that on The RealReal, we get a payout on the 15th of every month. That is because if you purchase something on The RealReal, you have 14 days to return it. So meaning that if somebody were to purchase something on, let's say, September 30th, they have until October 14th, right? It's like the last day of the month, October 14th, to return it. So we don't get like our official payout until the 15th, because that means everything in September is done deal. No one can return anything anymore, and that's that. So when I upload these from now on, you'll know why they don't go up until like mid-ish to the end of the month. It's because of that return policy and because we don't get our payout until mid-month. All right, I'm so excited. Let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to like shift myself because I'm going to be putting pictures up right here. I've seen some people do these videos where they like screen share, and for this one, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have, you know, my list of what sold, and I'm gonna put up the picture and then just like chat about each thing. I feel like screen sharing is kind of tricky because everything looks really tiny. So I'm gonna try this way, but again, if you guys have ideas or comments or anything constructive, definitely drop a comment down below. Okay, I think I'm ready. I think I'm prepared. So this month, as you saw from the thumbnail or the title, my payout was $684.80. This was my highest payout since doing The RealReal. I started in April, and I think my first payout was in May of this year. So My highest payout to date, there was one item in particular that like really bumped that amount up, but even minus that, it still would have been my highest payout to date. So very excited to just go ahead and get started. Let's start with something that was not, did not make me a lot of money. The first one is like a good learning lesson item. First up, we have this Columbia plaid print short sleeve shirt. You can see that it sold for $20. Somebody did use a 20% coupon. You can pretty much use a 20% coupon all day, every day. So my commission was only $8. I paid $6 for this shirt. And this was just a good learning lesson. There are so many Columbia pieces that list for really high, sell for really high, make you, you know, above and beyond what you paid for it. This is not one of them. I got really wrapped up in like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they take Columbia. Like I didn't even know they took Columbia until more recently. And I was just buying everything Columbia. So did I lose money? Absolutely not. Would I buy this again? Absolutely not. I only made $2. I mean, honestly, if I found it at the bins, like I might pick it up because it would cost me $2, but it's not something I'm gonna be like tracking down like when I'm at the thrift. All right, next up, I'm gonna lump these two together. These were two items that I did consign for my old boss. They are both Tory Burch printed V-neck tunics. And you can see one is like this like pink and brown color, and then there's that palm frond, like palm leaf one. These both sold for $50. No coupon was used, so we made $20 on each one. These, I thought they were going to price a little bit higher, but Tory Burch is so hit or miss when it comes to pricing. Like, it really has to be the right item. So I wasn't shocked when they priced them at $50, but I was kind of like, I thought they would at least list for like $80 to $105-ish. These two items flew. I swear they were listed for probably like an hour and then someone bought them. I have a feeling it might have been the same person. They were the same size. And again, I will make 15% off of each of those, which 15% of $20 or $40 is not a ton, but when it gets added to everything else that I'm selling for her, it all adds up. All right, we have two more items that I consigned for her, and then the rest of the things are mine. Next up, let's look at one of those. This is a St. John Collection plaid print evening jacket. It was sold for $108. Somebody did use a 20% coupon, so our commission was $43.20. Completely happy with that. My old boss, she does not care what she gets for any of this stuff. She's really just doing a closet clean out. These were all items that were just sitting in her closet collecting dust. She's not picky about what she gets for anything. She just wants to get something. So $43 for this was totally fine. It was a beautiful jacket. I mean, the quality was just, it was a very weighted jacket, and the color is just beautiful. So it didn't surprise me that this got snatched up pretty quickly. And then lastly, the big kahuna, if you will, this was the last item of hers that sold in September. This is an Hermes silk printed polo. You can see it sold for $475. So our commission was $285. I could not believe when this got priced, just because I've never found anything this luxurious, right? Like this high end. So when it got priced, it was just very, very exciting. Now this was like an older shirt. The tag in the back was very worn. There were a handful, I want to see what they noted, because they always note the condition. Yeah, they said minor wear at the brand tag and light wear throughout, which was true. Like, you could kind of tell there was just some like hints here and there of like discoloration, not because there was a stain, but just because it was aged. Also, there was a stain on it, and I actually got it out before it got sent in. I like took a shout wipe to it, got the stain out. I didn't want to send in such an expensive shirt with the stain on it that I knew I could get out. So I kind of just did that like on my own before I sent it in. And this one too, like these items, these first like handful of items just completely flew because her items didn't get listed till around the end of the month. So these all sold within like a day of each other. And I was very concerned about this just because it is such an expensive piece. You know, if someone doesn't like it, yeah, they should be able to return it. So I was holding my breath, hoping that this wasn't gonna get returned. It did not, and we made $285. All right, onward with all of my items. These are all items now that I purchased on my own from here on out. So here we go, another Columbia. I'm gonna save you guys the trouble of explaining what I would do next time and all that jazz, but this is a Columbia plaid print short sleeve shirt. Sold for $20, someone used a 20% coupon, and my commission was $8. Next up, oh, I loved this, they called it a blazer. It really wasn't a blazer, and I actually put in a complaint because this exact item was listed and they called it a utility jacket, and I felt like that was a way more spot on, and I put in a complaint, but then it sold before they got to the complaint, so it was fine. But this is a Acris Punto blazer, they call it. Again, much more like it's much more a utility jacket. So it sold for $135. Somebody used a 10% off coupon code, and so my portion was $67.50. I did pay up for this. I paid $10 because I knew that it was going to sell for a higher price point, so I mean, I still made a really good profit on that and very happy with that. This blazer was in pristine condition. It was essentially new without tags. I was happy with what it listed for, and it sold fairly quickly as well. Next up we have a Columbia, but it's actually one I would pick up again. This is a women's Columbia top, and it's a printed v-neck button up. It was a really nice shirt. It wasn't linen, but it was very lightweight. It was like a lightweight material, and it had trees, like evergreen trees printed all over it. Very cute. This sold for $48. Someone used a coupon, and my cut was $19.20. I would absolutely pick this up again. I paid $5.99 for this, so more than made my money back, and especially right now because we are going into, you know, we're in fall and we're going into the winter season. I'm really trying to focus on like long sleeves, sweaters, jackets, and that type of thing. So this is definitely one I would snag if I found it for around the same price or less. All right, next up we have this frame knee-length skirt. This was like a navy blue color, basic, like a cotton stretchy skirt. Sold for $40. Someone used a coupon. My commission was $16. I paid $5 for this. I would pick this up again. I have a really good success rate when it comes to selling frame. I've actually never sold any of their denim. I have sold a pair of corduroy pants before, but their shirts and their skirts, like, it sells like hotcakes for me. It's kind of a quick flip. I would definitely pick this up again. All right, next up we have this Reformation turtleneck sweater. This was just like a basic turtleneck. This was a black turtleneck. It sold for $48.75. Somebody used a 25% discount code, and my commission was $19.50. I will pick up anything Reformation as long as it's not like super marked up. It sells really well for me. I feel like it's a very in-demand brand. Doesn't matter if it's a turtleneck, or later in this video I did sell a crop top. So Reformation is something, as long as the price is right, I'm always gonna pick it up. Next up we have this Lafayette 148 silk open front sweater. This sold for $80, no coupon code, it wasn't marked down, and my commission was $32. I paid $9 for this, so I paid a little bit up for it. Lafayette 148 for me though is what I would consider like a bread and butter brand. It falls into the same category as like Rachel Zoe, Frame. Those are things that I can always count on to sell. Especially with Lafayette, if it's a, you know, they do a lot of like basics, like kind of like structured work pants, lots of like basic jackets. But if you can find something that is unique and different, like this silk open front sweater, it's gonna fly. It's gonna sell quickly. It wasn't marked down, no one used a coupon. That's how badly they wanted it. So I would definitely pay up for a unique Lafayette item again. I would never pay up for like a basic pair of slacks or a really boring like blazer or anything like that. But if you find something that is a little unique, maybe even has like a funkier like print on it, definitely snag it. All right, next up we have another Columbia. This is a Columbia graphic print crew neck sweatshirt. It says Wander on the front, and then it has like a mountain outline. I loved this. I wanted to keep this. It's so cute. It sold for $40. Someone used a 20% coupon, and my commission was $16. I paid $6 for this, and I would probably buy it again. I would buy it again as long as we're in this season, like the fall and winter season. If I saw it in spring and summer, I wouldn't pick it up. But I'm telling you, I know I keep saying like quick flip and bread and butter and all that stuff, but the Columbia stuff has just been flying. And I'm really excited because I just sent in like, I think like 10 Columbia fleeces. So we'll see how good those do, but I'm pretty much gonna pick up Columbia if the price is right and it's not one of those men's short sleeve shirts. All right, next up we have this M. Missoni striped long skirt. This was a really exciting one for me. It was the first time I had found anything Missoni. It sold for $95, no coupon, no discount, nothing. So my portion was $38. When I found this, I bought it for $7. When I found it, I could not believe the condition that it was in because it's so fragile. Like the fabric is just so thin. It's that typical like Missoni zigzag pattern all the way down, but it's one of those skirts where there's like a shorter skirt underneath, like almost like a slip sort of, that goes to about like mid-thigh, and then that Missoni typical zigzag pattern shell is on the outside. I could not believe there wasn't like a rip. It's so thin and delicate, but there wasn't, and it sold for $95, which I was more than happy with that list price and sale price. All right, next up we have a Gani piece. This is a Gani animal print crew neck blouse. It sold for $76. Somebody used a 20% coupon and my take was $30.40. So I did pay up for this. This was $10. I just loved this piece. Like the quality of it was very weighted. It zips up the front, like not all the way. It just has like a little half zip. I liked how the shoulders were, there weren't shoulder pads, but they were kind of pointed. Like I just was obsessed with this piece. I loved it. I would pay up for it again. I'm happy with what it sold for. I'm happy with what, I mean, I made 20 bucks off of it. Gani also is another one. It's not a bread and butter for me, but when I do pick it up, it sells really quickly. So anytime I see a Gani, as long as the price is right, I get it. Next up, we have that Reformation crop top I mentioned. This is a linen square neckline crop top. It was this really beautiful, like bright, I feel like it looks more like red in this picture, but it was this like bright orange borderline coral color, and then it had little eyelets all over it and buttons. It was so cute. It sold for $40. Someone used a 20% coupon and I made 16. I paid $3.99 for this, so I'm more than happy with that. I guess it's not too surprising that a crop top would sell in September because in a lot of places that is still like summertime. I'm in San Diego, so it's kind of hard for me. It's been hard for me to like pivot from not buying so many like summery things. But this sold in September and I'm not gonna complain. All right, next up we have this Current Elliott dress. This is a striped midi length dress. This dress was so cute. It was kind of like a heavier cotton material, and then it had this like piece of fabric in the middle that didn't look like a belt, but was kind of supposed to look like a belt. I really liked this dress when I picked it up. It sold for $60, someone used 20%. My commission was $24, more than happy with that. All right, the next two items were items that sat for so long that they were like extremely marked down. So first up, we have this Karen Millen scoop neck long sleeve top. This is the only Karen Millen thing I've ever sold and it took forever. So it says 40% applied, you can see there, but it was actually 20% off and then someone used a 20% coupon. So it sold for $30, I made $12, I paid $6 for it, so I'm not losing money. But I think with Karen Millen, similarly to Lafayette, it needs to be like a little different. It can't just be, it's not like Reformation where you're gonna buy like a plain looking shirt and it's gonna sell quickly. So if I saw this out and about, if I saw this while I was out and about, I wouldn't pick it up unless it was dirt cheap. And when it comes to Karen Millen, I'm gonna keep an eye out more for specialty items, maybe dresses or something like that. I just think this was too boring. And then our last item are these Current Elliott mid-rise skinny leg jeans. These were so cute. They were animal print. They had zippers, like zipper pockets on the front, and then they zipped up at the ankle. These sold for $25 and I made $10. That is because they were half off. They were marked down by the Real because they sat for so long, and these are no longer pants I will be picking up. I got these for $5. So again, like I'm not out money, but I'm looking to make more than that. And there are so many items when I'm at the thrift that are $5 where I'm gonna make more than $5 off of it, if that makes sense. So I don't pick up Current Elliott pants anymore. If I see them at the bins or something, maybe I'll get them. You know, again, if they're like $2, that's different because there is a chance that they will sell for full price, but these just sat and you know, my profit was not that fantastic. All right, so that's everything that sold in September for me. If you subtract what I will be paying out to my old boss, then my cut is $371.80. I don't want anyone to think that I'm like being like deceitful when I say like, oh, here's how much I made. It's all from thrifted stuff, which is why I'm giving all these disclaimers about like these items were not mine and I'm only making 15%. that being said, I'm sending in items left and right that are just my own. So these videos will be a good mix of items that are, you know, my old boss's stuff and items that are mine. I'm already looking forward to filming next month's video because October has been banging for me. It has been crazy, and next month we'll have so many fun luxury items that have sold: Fendi, Gucci, Chanel. I'm really, really looking forward to it. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and drop me a comment down below. I've been very excited with the reception I've been getting for all of my resale content. It makes me really happy because reselling is a hobby for me, and it makes me happy. So the fact that I'm sharing it and that y'all are equally enjoying it just puts a smile on my face. So thank you for all of the kind comments you guys have been leaving. I am going to the bins this week, and I plan on filming a haul. So probably next week you will see like a bins / thrift store haul. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next one.